Did you know that 1 in 3 American teachers have used artificial intelligence tools in their teaching at least once? Some have used it for grading and lesson planning, while others have been skeptical that AI will take their jobs. In this video, I'm going to show you the top 3 mistakes teachers make when using ChatGPT and how you can turn them around. Hi there, my name is Presh, and I started a company where we coach neurodivergent students to improve their executive function skills and tutor them toward academic success. This channel teaches how we can learn more with AI and level up our executive function skills. What is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is an AI language model made by OpenAI that outputs human-like text responses based on the prompts that it receives. It can assist educators with tasks like writing emails, grading, lesson planning, and even provide you with instant information that may not be fully accurate. So, what are the top 3 mistakes teachers make when using ChatGPT? Mistake number 1, lack of personalization. When I was new to using ChatGPT, I would make a prompt like, create a lesson plan for students to learn X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z can be anything that I want my students to learn. And once I give the prompt and I read through ChatGPT's responses, then I would use that for my next lesson. The problem with this prompt was that it lacked personalization. For example, ChatGPT had no idea how long my class was, my students' grade level, their interests, and even what the learning outcomes should be. As a result, ChatGPT's response was as good as the prompt that it received, and the response I got was very generic. As you know, as educators, if we want content to stick for students, then they need to be able to make connections with what they're learning. Here's how you can revise the prompt to include more personalization. Make a 60-minute lesson plan for 9th graders on how they can create an essay outline that meets Common Core standards. The activity should include anime, sports, and pop music. This prompt is very specific because I share how long the lesson is, who it's for, what they need to achieve by the end of the lesson, and to also include the Common Core standards. Cool, so ChatGPT gave us an outline here. It shows the grade level duration, the objective of the lesson, materials that we might need for the class, and then it gives different sections of the class outline. I don't think I'll ever mention the Common Core standards to students, but that's just good for me as a teacher to know. And then we have the guided practice where they do a group activity and individual outline creation. So I like how they have group activities and individual activities, which is really utilizing class time effectively. And at the end, it just shows a closing, reflection, and future assessments. By including your students' backgrounds and interests into the prompt, without disclosing sensitive data, then you can make it more relevant for them so the content sticks more and the class is more engaging. Mistake number 2, blindly trusting AI. Since AI tools like ChatGPT quickly output answers that you ask for, it's very easy to accept its response as the full truth. Sometimes when I make a prompt like create math problems and provide solutions, I don't fully know if those answers are correct. And I don't want to provide wrong solutions. Also, I may not have the time to fact check those responses. Whenever that happens, I change up my prompt to say, create math problems and provide step-by-step solutions. Then I read through ChatGPT's response, and if the process is correct, then I know the answer is also correct. For other subjects like history and English, whenever I give ChatGPT a prompt, I ask it to provide references. That way I can check the validity of its response. Here's an example. I'm working on a 60-minute lesson plan for the Cold War for my 11th grade students. Provide 3 primary sources that my students can explore during our class time. Make sure to include the link and why you chose that source. So this prompt, I am very specific on providing how many primary sources, and for ChatGPT to also include the link. Because I don't want to blindly trust AI, I can just look at their source directly and see if it's legit. So ChatGPT created the 3 primary sources with the link as well as its rationale for why they chose the source. So we have the Truman Doctrine speech of 1947, Berlin aircraft documents, and kitchen debate of 59. Oh, I'm trying to click the link and it looks like it's not routing me to there. So that seems broken. I will go and just paste that into here and usually what I will do is I'll review its response, and then usually I'll like either go to that exact source that it found or read through like the people also ask section in Google. Whenever you give ChatGPT a prompt that you plan to use for your work, make sure to do quick research to check if its response is legit and not a hallucination. Mistake number 3, not using it to save you time. When planning lessons and grading assignments, it's very easy to get overwhelmed and spend too much time on repetitive tasks. I used to manually create quizzes and assignments, which was very time-consuming and exhausting. The problem with manually creating student work, kudos to y'all that do it, is that it takes away valuable time that can be spent on more impactful teaching activities. Here's an example prompt to save you time with creating quizzes. Write a 10-question multiple-choice quiz on the first act of Romeo and Juliet. Include a mix of comprehension and critical thinking questions. Format it so I can easily copy and paste it into a Google form. Most of the quizzes that I create are online, so I want it to be easily formatted to a Google form. And in this prompt, I also specify how many questions I want and the question types, like comprehension-based and critical thinking questions. So it looks like it gave me 10 different questions with all the different multiple choice options. I should have also prompted it to tell me what the answers should be, but maybe this is a good test for me to know if I actually know Act 1 of Romeo and Juliet. I think just reading through these questions, like primary cause of the initial conflict, that seems more about critical thinking. How does Romeo describe his feelings towards Rosaline? I think that's more probably comprehension, detail specific. I'm sure if I read through the rest of these questions, I will see a mix of those question types. You don't have to use all the questions, but at least you have a starting point on what to have in a quiz if in case you're running out of time. Outside of creating quizzes, you can create prompts for crafting parent emails for parent-teacher conferences. Here's what that looks like. Create a 5-sentence email reminding parents about our parent-teacher conference on Friday, September 20th. The email should mention that we'll go over their child's class progress and room for growth. If they have any questions beforehand, they can email me. So the way I thought about this prompt is if I have an intern that is creating emails for me, I want to give specific instructions of what that email should look like. So specifying how long it should be and the details like when the parent-teacher conference is and the context of what the meeting will be about. I like how this already gave me the subject that I can use for this reminder email. It says, "Dear parents, this is a friendly reminder about our upcoming conference on this date." That looks good. And it also talks about what we'll cover during that meeting. At the end, I can just replace your name with my name. Pretty solid email. Another example is creating general feedback to students for their submitted work. Here's an example. Below is an example of submitted student work. Create a list of what they did well on and what they could improve on. For improvements, specify what the improved version should look like. And then here I have the writing prompt for my students' work, which is to write a blog about their experience in a place that they've traveled to. I want to see a clear thesis statement and then their supporting sentences as well as the concluding sentence, and to just pay close attention to grammar and their paragraph structure. Technically in ChatGPT, you can upload PDFs, and if you have a lot of your student work, you can put it into a PDF and then upload it directly into ChatGPT and give a similar prompt about what they did well on and what they could improve. So here it gave me what the student did well on, clear thesis statement, detailed descriptions, and the various activities that they mentioned in their blog. And then for areas of improvement, specific things around grammar and what that improved version would look like. Same with punctuation, capitalization, and then being very clear that there's no concluding sentence. This looks pretty succinct, and I think this can definitely help save me a lot of time. And my last time-saving tip for you is whatever you would ask Google, try asking ChatGPT with references included. You can save a ton of time by delegating your repetitive tasks to ChatGPT. Remember, the more specific your prompt is, the more specific ChatGPT's response will be. As a result, you will spend less time on repetitive tasks and have more time and energy to teach your students. To recap, avoid the top 3 mistakes of creating impersonalized prompts, blindly trusting AI, and not using it to save you time. These tips will help you focus on work that really matters, creating teachable moments for your students. If you've enjoyed this video, hit that notification bell so you can tune in for more. And if you'd like to learn about the top 5 ways ChatGPT can help students with math, check out my video at the end. With that, let me know in the comments below, how do you use ChatGPT in your classroom? Thanks for watching.